Hey there, welcome back to Featherwood Farm. We are in the orchard garden right now. Gonna do a bunch of that kind of late winter, early spring dormancy stuff. Pruning canes, pruning the fruit trees a little bit. They really don't need a whole lot, so that's that's nice. Probably gonna take off these supports. Those have been on for probably nearly a year at this point. And yeah, just cleaning this all up, getting it ready, laying down acidifier, probably bringing in some compost, maybe some mulch eventually, all the things. This is a Wolf River apple. It was planted, let's see, the autumn of 2023. I want to say last year it produced a few apples. You know, nothing to kind of write home about, but there were a few. So I am by no means an expert at this. This one has a decent kind of branching habit. We're spreading away. I know we want it to be open. And I might eventually get some of those limb spreaders as well to kind of help train it better. But what I'm focused on right now is crossing branches, dead broken branches, things like that. So everything up I'm not touching, but like this. Right here we have a cross and it's been rubbing. You can even see the pattern on that. So we're going to take this one out. And I'm trying to cut kind of at an angle. Not a very large angle because you don't want the wound to be massive, but enough so that water can run off and not set on there. This one I need to stake still. This is, for whatever reason, the only one that I did not stake last year. And yeah, she's a little askew, as you can see. This is a wine sap. And we did get a few apples off of it last year. This is another one that looks pretty good, I think, to my completely untrained eye. Looks pretty good. Okay, so can call it on that. So much of this is Cerinthe that I didn't plant a single plant last year. It all grew from seed from the previous year. And because I wasn't able to get in here and clean up last fall, I have a feeling there's going to be a heck of a lot of Cerinthe in here again. But the bees absolutely love it. Oh, bird's nest. Oh no. Okay. Oh, two bird's nests? Oh, mouse nest, bird nest. And these piles actually haven't been sitting here like all winter. I just came through here last week and cut most of this back and piled it up. So that's why it's not all mushy and decomposed and all that fun stuff. I think that's a straw flower. Okay, let's see if we can capture it. We got a little garden friend down here. He must have decided to make a home out of this pile that's only been here for a couple days. Oh, you see under the leaves there? Hey, friend. I'm sorry I took your home. Sorry about that. I don't know what these are. I see them around. It's not a mole. It's not a mouse. Is it a vole? Is that what a vole looks like? Like, that's small. I've seen some that are like twice that size. Gotta look that up. Okay, so this is the one lone fall gold or fall's gold raspberry that I have. They fruit in the fall and they are gold. Who would have guessed? Yeah, so there should have been, 4 or 5 in this row, and that's the only one that survived, but it is sending out lots of shoots, and I'm thinking I'll lift some of those up and plant them further down the road, further down the bed and see how they do. Over here are Arapaho blackberries. They are a thornless variety. I cut these down about 25-30% each cane, kind of thinned out the centers a little bit on these two. And then on this last one, I just really hacked it down. So we'll see which method might, prove the better method. Again, there should have been, 5 in this row, but I lost 2. Who knows why? Who can understand these things? Not I. In this very short window of time that I've been out here working, I have decided I'm digging up the blueberries. It doesn't make sense to keep them in here. Like, I know that they're not going to do well. I'm just fighting Mother Nature, essentially. So I'll dig up the blueberries. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. Well, maybe only 3. I don't see the one that should be over here. 3 or 4 pink lemonades. Oh my goodness, no, they gnawed it down to nothing. It's just a nub in the ground. Oh my gosh, okay. So yeah, I'll dig those up, put them in planters, like nursery pots temporarily before I either build something or I don't know, find another solution. But yeah, I'm not going to keep them in here. It's just pathetic watching them struggle. But I will put the cherry trees like right here. That should be a good spot. It shouldn't really interfere much with the blackberries and the raspberries. South sun is coming from here, so they might get shaded, a little bit of eastern light, but should still get a full day's worth of sun. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think that is solid. And then, yep, we'll put the strawberries on the other side there, in between kind of these rows of pear trees. And that might just be a temporary thing as well. They might not even make it, They might not do well there. Who knows? But I don't have a ton, so we'll try. We will try. I don't know that I'm doing that all today, but that's the plan moving forward. I'm taking the strappings off. I'm keeping the corrugated pipes on, just because rabbits might be getting in here still. Well, not might, I know they are, just for protection. And I'm gonna keep the stakes in the ground as well, just in case, maybe these aren't as steady as I would thought. And then in the back here, I need to actually take out this 4x4 that's there and move it, put another one in, kind of flank this center aisle here, put a gate in there, just because it is tedious as all get out to have to walk all the way around to the front. It would be really nice to, have multiple access points. Secure this fence, because it's obviously not secured, because, I thought I was gonna build the gate right away, and I didn't. Story of my life. Then I'm gonna uproot the 2 grapevines that I have growing over there, that were along that fence that used to be there, and put one right here, and let those just vine all over this fence. I think that should be really nice. I do have some raspberry bushes over here next to the Cerama coop that I put in a couple years ago. Oh, they did really, really well last year. And I think I might leave one, because the birds really like them. By the birds, I mean my chickens really like them being there. And we were having raspberries when I put them to bed every night. But I think the others I might put in here. I'm not sure. Seems like a smart idea though, keeping it all together. But yeah, so that is the progress I made thus far. Really excited to see, really excited to see how this is going to look, in a couple months, with all of the daffodils and some of the tulips even surviving, popping up in between these rows, and then the peonies. This will be their 2nd year, so they should be far more substantial. And then obviously seeing the fruit trees all in bloom. Does anything really compare to a peach tree in bloom? Because they were by far the prettiest thing last year. It's just so unfortunate that they're always so fleeting. Behind me is a little chunk of fence. This I kept from a couple years ago when the tree limb fell on this fence and decimated it. I left this portion because the raspberry canes were kind of growing all up through it. But I'm gonna dig those up. That is what we're doing today, right now. Gonna cut the canes back, dig these plants up. I thought there were 3. There might be only 2. No, there are 3. There's a 3rd one back there. I do not know the varieties. I might have tags somewhere, or they might not have come with tags. I know that we did get these as kind of a end of the year clearance thing for like $3, so they might have just not been labeled. I know that they are raspberries because they're thorny. Ow, actually that was grabbing me. And it might not be a like true rule, but I was under the impression that blackberries were thornless. Maybe it's just certain varieties, so don't hold me to it. But I know for sure that they are a late season variety because we were getting them into November last year. So that's as far as my knowledge goes. They were red. That's the last tidbit. Anyway, so gonna get this fence pulled out of here, dig these up, and then they're going into the orchard with the other berry bushes. So it's just gonna be a row of kind of mishmash. What can you do? But before I do that, there's something I want to show you. Look at Edith. She is just totally passed out in the sun, getting all the warmies. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but Esther is back there. She's watching us. They have been enjoying this weather. Everybody on the farm has, myself included. Oh, okay. Here's something right here that looks like it didn't do too well for whatever reason. It keeps stabbing me. I can see the new buds and everything formed on these. You know, no matter, we're just cutting down. I'm cutting to above a bud on them, but yeah, we're just taking it down to like 6 to 8 inches for ease of transportation. I don't have anything, ladies. And so these were already spreading. The original plant is right here. They've already spread probably about 18 inches out. So that's nice. Actually, I'm going to leave those canes there, I think. Yeah, I'll leave a few canes here. We might do something with those later. Be careful, Lubel. It's Pokey's over here. I did at one point have a nice big pair of like elbow length thick leather gloves for thorny things, and that I would use like when managing poison ivy, but a mouse decided to make a home in them, which didn't quite seem sanitary, so I had to say goodbye to those, and I have yet to replace them. So the canes on these are growing in completely different ways. So whereas these ones are more upright, these ones are more trailing. Definitely feel like it's safe to say we have different varieties here. Yeah. This might be you. There is a tool for helping you take off the ties on your fencing, but I enjoy making things difficult for myself. We're gonna get it. Okay. You know, one just pops off super easy. And the second one, not so easy. Come on. Oh, it's so close. There. Aha. I'm kind of looking for. We can try you. It's in there. Okay, so now this will help me kind of get this grass out. I cannot remember the name of this grass, but it is a pain, and it just sends off these really long runners to send up new shoots of grass, and I have slowly been trying to dig it out. It's in various spots around the orchard, and like I'll dig clumps out and dig clumps out. This one has been hard to get to, obviously, because of this fence and the canes being here, but hopefully I can better manage that now. And then, yeah, we'll make a pretty trellis for this. We'll do something maybe kind of cutesy for it, something that's functional, but also fun. Whereas in the orchard, you know, it's just going to be simple T trellis system, so purely functional. I mean, they look nice, but, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna think on this, but I think I want it to be fun. Oh my gosh, now look at her. Oh, is that just not the most beautiful goat you've ever seen? Well, one of two of the most beautiful goats. Esther's still back there.